Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So in today's session we are going to discuss a very important finance news article that is about the RBI that has constituted a panel, a committee to review the customer service standards. Okay, so what is this committee? How it has been formulated? What were the previous committees that has been told by the RBI, as well as which things the committee will be working on? The terms, the references the RBI has given to the committee that we will be discussing in this session. So now before starting with the session, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. And you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So now starting with the news article, see what happened that in April 2022, you all must remember that there was a bi-monthly monetary policy committee. Okay, there was a MPC meeting that was there. That was held. So in that meeting, there was some discussions about the customer service standards and all, as well as part of the statement on developmental and regulatory policies that is released after the MPC meeting in April 2022, the RBI had announced that we will be setting a committee. Okay, and this is the point from the statement on developmental and regulatory policies that was said by the RBI, that they will be setting up a committee for review of customer service standards in RBI regulated entities. Okay, so it was also told that before also there were many committees, like the important committees were told by RBI that they were set up by RBI on customer service over a period of time. Okay, so it was Talwar Committee on Customer Service 1975, Goporia Committee 1990, Tarapore Committee on Procedures and Performance Audit Public Services in 2004, and Damodar Committee on Customer Service 2010. So these are the committees that RBI told about, and RBI said we will be setting up a new committee. So the financial landscape, why the new committee, there is a need for the new committee? Because the financial landscape is changing, because the financial system of India is changing. There are more people that are coming into the digital economy. The country or the economy is changing into the digital landscape. So there is a revolutionary transformation that is coming, and the rising customer base is there. Okay. And there is digital products that are coming, there is technology that is coming. So accordingly, it is proposed to set up a new committee, a committee to examine and review the state of customer service, that how the customer service is, the customer's grievance is getting redressed or not. Okay, the customer's problem are getting solved or not. So customer service, how is that in regulated entities of the RBI that are coming under the RBI? So adequacy of customer service regulations, the regulations that is formed by RBI, are they adequate or not? Do we need to, do RBI need to form more regulations for the customer service? Suggest measure to improve the same, to improve the customer service. So to review the customer service, to see the state of customer service in the regulated entities, to tell RBI that okay, the customer service regulations are not adequate, or is it regulate, it is proper or not, as well as suggest measure to improve the customer service. So this is all that was said in the April 2022, and in May 2022 what has happened, that at last the committee has been formed for review of customer service standards in RBI regulated entities. The aim of this committee that we have already discussed, to examine and review the state of customer service in the regulated entities, to see the adequacy, to see the improvement that can happen. Okay. So now the committee formation. So who is the chairperson of this committee? BP Kanungo has become the chairperson of this committee. He will be heading this 6-member committee. Okay, so there is this committee is a 6-member committee. It is a 6-member committee and will be headed by BP Kanungo, and these are the other members, as well as Chief General Manager of the Consumer Education and Protection Department of the Reserve Bank of India will be the member secretary of the committee. Okay. Next is the terms of reference of the committee, that what RBI has said that this should be included in the report. Okay, so term of reference is that you have to evaluate, the committee has to evaluate the efficacy, that how useful the customer service standards are, adequacy and quality of the customer service in the regulated entities against the existing RBI guidelines on customer service, that the regulated entities are following the customer service guidelines and regulations of the RBI, or they are not following. That they are not following it adequately, they are not following, the quality of the customer service is not good, or they are not using the customer guidelines at all. Okay. Identifying the gaps also. Review the emerging and evolving needs of the customer service landscape. So they have to see that how the customer service landscape is evolving, like the context of evolving digital electronic financial products. So their needs for the customer service, like they want to know something about the ATM, they want to know something like how to deposit the cash through the machines. So there is an evolving need, like the more machines are coming, they need more information. So is that being fulfilled? So financial, like the information, the context of evolving digital electronic financial products, distribution of landscape, and suggest suitable regulatory measures. So this is the work of the committee to see that what is the evolving need of the customer, and that evolving need, how can it be met through the regulatory measures. Identify the best practices that is happening globally as well as domestically, so that that practice can be followed by other banks also in the country, other systems in the country also, NBFCs in the country also. So in the customer service and grievance redressal, what is the best practice that is adopted globally and in the country, especially for improvement in services rendered to retail small, because small customers are the customers that are not very habitual with the banking system, that are not very habitual, or they are not very connected with the financial system. So to bring them, to make them understand, to give them a proper customer service, to provide them proper knowledge and everything. So these, the best practice for the grievance redressal and the customer service should be focused on the retail customers that are there, the small customers that are there, the elderly that are there, including the pensioners and the senior citizens, because they are the one that need it the most. They do not have the direct reach to higher authorities, so they are the one that need the customer redressal mechanism at the best. Suggest measures to leverage technology. As the technology is enhancing, as the technology is getting ahead of the system for enhancing customer service efficiencies. So we need to use this technology, okay? We need to, as the technology is improving, we need to use this technology to improve the customer service. Maybe there will be the machines and all that will provide all the knowledge in any of the language to the customers. So such kind of technologies could be developed. We can use such kind of technologies to increase the customer service efficiencies. Upgrading internal grievance redressal mechanism in regulated entities and strengthening the overall customer protections. So we can use the technology to increase the customer service. Okay, so first one was that to see that the banks and the NBFCs are following the guidelines or not. Second was that the digital system is coming, the landscape is changing, so there is an evolving need of the customer service for the customers. So how can that happen? Third was, we have to see that what is the committee has to see that best practices that is going on in the world or in the country that can be adopted by other banks and other NBFCs also, for the, especially for the categories that is there. Fourth is that we can use the technology to help the customers. Okay, so this was all the terms of reference of the committee, as well as whatever the customer service includes. If the committee wants to give the recommendation on that also, they can give, if that is not included in the terms of reference. As well as after the first meeting, within 3 months, they have to give the report. So after the first meeting, like from the date of the first meeting, within 3 months they have to give the report. They are not permitted to do it. Okay. So this was all for today. I hope you will be easily able to answer the questions that are here, that who is the head of the 6-member committee, as well as you have to tell that which of these is not a committee on the customer service. Okay, because the customer service committees were specially told by RBI in its statement, in its notification and press release. So you have to tell that which of these is not among the committee that is for the customer service. So I hope you will be easily able to answer these questions now. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you.